Amna. So what do you have to say about your mom making accusations that you're completely taking advantage of her?
Well, in the condition that house was in when I started renting it.
And what condition was that?
Poor condition.
Really?
There was, the city was after her, actually, because there was no grass on the lawn. It was all dirt. The pool was empty. It was a pond from the last renters had thrown turtles and goldfish in there. And she was only able to repair that due to the fact that I paid her rent, and that's how she fixed up that house.
Okay, so your mom fixed up the house and then you moved in?
No, with the rent that I paid her, that's the only way she's been able to maintain that home. Because prior to that, it was going downhill. She was gonna sell the house. At the time, I actually talked her into not selling it and allowing me to rent it and make it a better property, which I have done.
How much?
Did renovations, correct?
Yes, thank you.
Many.
How much
Over
did you spend?
$60,000 I've spent on that house.
How much, I'm sorry?
Out of my pocket.
$60,000.
Wow.
But Amna, are you and your mom in the rehab business together that you run out of this house? Because your mom, in the tape piece, it said your mom went into business with you.
Absolutely not. No, I started that business myself. I actually borrowed the $1,000 with LegalZoom from my aunt, which I paid her back in full with my income that I made from that property.
So you have no agreement to share any profits from this business?
Absolutely.
Is there a lease agreement in terms of what you should be paying per month for the rental of the house?
With the lease between her and I, we've been doing it via email to keep record of it. That's the only.
So there's no formal lease agreement?
There's no formal lease. That's what I'm here to try and get.
Oh.
Okay. So we know that your mom believes you're not paying market rates rental for this, what we believe to be a mansion in Glendale, right?
I'm paying pretty close to what it's worth, yeah, and I've done all the renovations myself to make it in that condition.
Are you paying on time?
I am paying on time.
And is this a thriving business now for you?
It does well.
So it's a residential for people to come?
It's not a residential, it's a sober living. Which means people who are sober live there. They rent it, and I monitor them.
How much do you charge a person to stay there a night? I want to come stay there.
The most anybody pays there a month is $1,000. The majority of my money comes from my outpatient program, which she has no rights to.
So, Mom, why do you want the rent to go up? Sounds like it's a very reasonable thing
now
that she's
you're
doing.
hearing what happened is that, first of all, I have never gotten commercial rent, let alone fair market value rent. And she's turned now a profitable, like you asked.
She did, yes, she did good with the house.
She did, and she turned it into a live-in facility, which makes 3 times the amount that a sober living in my Glendale house now.
Because she was smart.
Exactly, she's very smart, and she's helped a lot of people, but it's time to say, hey, Mom, you've helped me. Without this house, I could have done nothing.
I get that. But also, wait a minute, hold up, y'all. Hold up now. Let's hear the whole story.
Yeah.
Because, Mom, did you inherit a lot of money that you ran through that now you're...
She inherited that house.
She inherited the house.
I didn't inherit anything, actually, because I got the house before my mother died, because all my siblings got portions, and I did get the house as a transfer from my mother to myself. And I understand she's put a lot of money in it, but I also let it be rented for far less than you would rent it for the first 2 years, $1,000, which the rent over there is $3,000 to $4,000 a month. I've done everything and anything to help her with the business because I did think we were partners, because when I said we opened this business...
Oh, you thought you guys opened it up as partners?
As long as we're profitable...
Amna, is that true?
I said this to her.
Were you aware that your mother thought it was a partnership, the business that you started?
Not at all. I mean, if that was...
Is this your first time hearing this?
I didn't say partnership. I said to her, as long as this is profitable for both of us, we'll keep on going.
Which it has been.
But you know, but that's why sometimes when you do go in business with family, there needs to be a written agreement.
That's totally my fault.
You know, because you know, I'm just gonna keep this real with you. Sometimes when you start making money, all of a sudden family and them shows up, and all of a sudden it's we making money.
Exactly.